Boleh sangat. Cool gila.
Testing. Dengar?
Dengar.
Okay, cool. So it seems all good. Macam lah, all the buttons are the same.
Okay, thank God.
Yeah. Alright. Audiences pun dah masuk. Okay.
Oh, dia dah masuk? Create to you. No?
Okay.
Kita tengok attendees. Update attendees. Alia Azlan. Apa khabar Alia? Alia Azlan is actually Dr. Alia, right?
Yes.
Assalamualaikum Doktor. Oh, tu Doktor dah message kah?
Alright, cool. And then like maybe when a few more attendees come in, then I will start sharing the videos. Like just let it play in the background while waiting.
Betul?
Yeah. Cool. Yay.
Okay, how many audience kita target untuk start?
Good question.
Okay. Okay, tak apa, nak baca doa dulu.
Baca doa. Baca. I will ask Kak Alia. Oh. Okay.
We are 5 minutes early though, usually 10 betul juga Okay.
I was I wanted to like start early because usually every single time the webinar starts, it's always like the moderator punya speaker doesn't work. So I was like, so it works, so that's good.
Is this Suraya punya first session ke? Because before this, orang lain ke?
Yes.
Patutlah kita sama-sama explore itu. Okay, faham.
Yeah.
Wait, during your session, do I have to switch off my camera?
No, you don't have to.
Yeah, alright. Okay.
Yeah. I think it's better. People can be like, oh, this is the guy that she's talking about.
I nak test sikit. Okay. Hello, dengar?
Dengar.
Lepas itu janganlah macam kakuen. Saya akan uruskan.
Alright, I think I might start playing Ikram's video first and then followed by the volunteer video, if that's alright.
Okay?
Okay, cool. All right.
Nanti I akan play sikit lagi, okay?
Yes. All right, so that was introduction video from Ikram Ozi, and now we have another video from Brother Syed for his volunteering movement, and I will start the video now. All right, enjoy.
The power to help.
Alia, adakah dia start?
In reality, we all
Start.
have what we need.
We'll try again.
Selamat Hari Orang Kecil Sedunia.
All right. Assalamualaikum, everyone. Thank you for coming. This you can turn on your camera and mic as well. And then, thank you everyone for coming to the Creative Leadership Program for today. We have a very special guest that I'm sure everyone has been very excited to meet since like the last 2 weeks. So, just to start off today, I will be the moderator for today. My name is Suraya, and I'm currently living in Perth, Australia. And on my on the other side, we have Brother Syed. And a little bit of intro. So we have Brother Syed Zainal Abidin Jamalulail, and he is 33 years old. And amazingly, he is the founder and also president of the Malaysia Outreach Volunteer Experience, which we call as MOVE. And I find the statistics very interesting. So he has organized nearly 350 charity projects locally and abroad, and it's approximately 7,000 beneficiaries have benefited from these various charitable projects for 5 years in the charity field. Yeah. And so there's more than 25,000 hours of volunteers who work in 8 countries who were where 70% of the projects were conducted in Malaysia, but definitely the numbers are so amazing. Like I cannot believe how much work you've done over those years. Yeah. And I find it amazing that Brother Syed works very closely with disabled communities in Malaysia because he wants community to better understand and make the disabled community feel involved in learning and also experiencing what it's like to be disabled, right? And so with MOVE, he manages lots of collaborations with projects with groups of deaf, blind, dwarf, Down syndrome, autism, and rare diseases like albino and many other communities in effort to get the youth more involved and engaged with these special groups. And that is very interesting, I find, because these days there is not much traction and media are given to minority groups, and so it's amazing that you're trying to change that. Yeah, and I know that you will tell us about your study background soon because it's in the slides. Very excited to hear about that. And just a bit more. Under Move, I see that Brother Syed has progressively developed pathways and guidelines, social entrepreneurship programs, which is very, very important for youth these days to develop their skills and become very contributing people within our community, which I find is very interesting. So a bit about Move, your organization, Malaysia Outreach Volunteer Experience. And so the main aim is to empower young people to get involved in volunteerism, yeah, and humanitarian movements by boosting the skills of volunteers and beneficiaries through social awareness, which is very, very important these days, is definitely the awareness. So this is to align with the national and international aspirations to commit the Sustainable Development Goals under the 3 pillars, which is knowledge and awareness, and attribute and behavior, and which also brings rise to the opportunity and skills development, which I know Brother Syed has explained to me, and it's really interesting how it all works and comes together. And so all this is definitely to build up the community and support the vulnerable groups and also disabled communities, refugees, and also youth. And he also lives by the motto, which is be kind and live kind, which I find is very, very touching, and really excited to hear what you will share with us today, Brother Syed. How was that intro?
Amazing.
Thank you. So I guess I will let you get into your presentation. Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Okay.
All right. Okay. Alhamdulillahirrabbilalamin. Wassalatu wassalamu ala ashrafil anbiya'i wal mursalin wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Allahumma salli ala Sayyidina Muhammadin tibbil qulubi wa dawaiha wa afiyatil abdani wa shifaiha wa nuri absari wa diyaiha wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wasallam walhamdulillahirrabbilalamin. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Okay, Suraya, thank you so much.
Warahmatullah. No
Sorry,
worries.
thank you so much for having me and the rest of the participants. Okay, I just want to share before kita start. Kalau dalam bahasa isyarat, in terms of sign language, when you wanted to greet people in Assalamualaikum, so you have to do like this. This is actually a representative of letter A, alright? So Assalamualaikum, right? If you wanted to respond Waalaikum Salam, so this is a letter W. So we'll do it like this, right? Waalaikum Salam. So can we give a try? Okay. Assalamualaikum.
Waalaikumsalam.
Amazing, kan? And I'm pretty sure in Australia it's very common that people will say, how are you doing, Mike? Kan? But then in Malaysia, what we always greet ialah, apa khabar orang kampung, lama sudah tak berjumpa. Kan? Alhamdulillah. I'm so happy to be here today, and I would like to be as much of interactive as much as I can, alright? And can I start Nika? Do you have any question before we start? I can start, okay? I'm doing a screen share. Alright. Get ready, guys.
Get ready. I'm ready.
Alright. Okay, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. So later, I did some posted in post. Have you volunteered before? Later we check out and please make time to answer lah. Okay, so we have 3 options. We have yes, which is yes, I'm loving it. No, I don't have time. But thirdly is actually, do we have to? Okay, we'll see how it goes. So today I'm going to share a little bit about the journey that I've gone through. It was really wonderful, and I hope today Allah, whatever I'm saying right now, Allah blessing, and hopefully this knowledge will be used till eternity. Yeah, right. Okay, I have the longest name in the family since high school, since kindergarten, secondary or primary, I have the longest. So my name is Zainal Abidin Al Jamalullah Abdul Aziz. I'm a Capricorn. I'm born in January 7, right? And I'm the president and also founder of the Malaysia Outreach Volunteer Experience Move. I'm also the CEO of BK Move Enterprise. It's actually one of our initiatives on social enterprise. It's still new, but we are working on it. I'm also the general secretary for another NGO. We call it Volunteer Trade Malaysia. And yes, I love cooking and I love singing. Tengok badan lah, okay? Anyway, this is my academic background. I just want to share this very important. Later, I'm going to ni lah, rephrase lah. So I started my academic background in diploma in science biology, right? Because I wanted to become a doctor. Kan? But unfortunately, although I study hard in biology, apparently I score in chemistry, although I don't like it. So then later, my lecturer approached me, Syed, do you want to be a forensic like CSI? Alhamdulillah, after my diploma, 3 years in Arau Perlis, UITM, then I continued my study in forensic analysis chemistry, majoring in chemistry in UITM Shah Alam. And later, I've continued working in corporate world, and which I will share later. And then my last study is Master in Environmental Engineering. So it's kind of like science, and out of nowhere, engineering. But that's a good story about it. So I'm not a cat, but my working experience is actually I have worked as a cashier dulu kan, cashier in Paksa Grand, and later I become a substitute teacher for standard 4, and then I received a call from Hazana National Berhad. They wanted to invite me to become one of the participants for GEMS. GEMS is Graduated Employable Management Schemes. At that time I went for training in Terengganu for 3 months, and then later my apprenticeship, they put me in Talent Corporation Malaysia Berhad. And before that, I did do my internship in Bukit Aman Forensic Lab. Alhamdulillah. It was a really wonderful journey. Okay, one of the reasons I wanted to share you guys this is actually, I'm telling you, why am I learning a lot of areas? Because I remember one of my friends who I actually love cars, boys can love cars, and they wanted to understand automobile and automotive. And later that I know is actually he managed to continue his studies and working in that particular area. But on my side, I wanted to be colorful. So I studied a lot of things in the sense of like, what can we use with this knowledge? Then Alhamdulillah, 2016, I worked with another NGO. Okay, that was my first involvement in humanitarian field. The name is Muslim Volunteer Malaysia. And for 2016, I remember that time is actually after my Viva master, and I remember my my president at that time asking me, Syed, are you capable to run all the project, because we only have 5 people in this organization, so, and we don't have any project coordinator. So I was like macam, okay, let's do this, bring it on. So Alhamdulillah, 2016 we managed to complete 33 projects, okay, and Alhamdulillah we've been recognized as one of the top 5 NGO, top 10 NGO in Malaysia, and one of my baby project, they call it Pure Heart, has been nominated as top 5 project in Malaysia. Alhamdulillah, right? So in 2017, I'm still continue doing all the thing. At that time I feel like macam tirednya, but I love doing this as a happily tired kan. So then later I've decided to run my own NGO to diversify a lot of others area that I wanted to tackle. Okay, because you need to understand every NGO have their own mission and vision. And also Move, we started, I started register in 30 November, November 30th, 2017, and Allah is so merciful. Rupa-rupanya November 13 is actually World Kindness Day, which apparently slogan Move is actually buat baik hidup baik, be kind, live kind. Alhamdulillah, okay. And 2018, we start to kick off. Alhamdulillah, we managed to complete 86 project and continue 90 project in 2019. And Alhamdulillah, 2020, although is COVID-19 issues, during MCO, we managed to complete more project than we've been expected. I will share later, okay? All right, okay. I wanted to share a little bit video. This is my session. This is one of our trip during Padu, Sulawesi, and this is actually a video we edited for International Volunteer Day. Was actually on the 5th of December, if I'm not mistaken. But I just want to share to you guys the word. It's beautiful journey actually. I just want to share with you guys. Sekejap,
Everybody wants to be a hero. There are those who have amazing costumes, walk with courage and bravery, and most importantly, are granted powers by God. The power to help. In reality, we all have the power to help those in need. Not all heroes wear masks or costumes. Heroes need to have heart. A heart is a gift. Doing good deeds is a gift. So be a hero to them. We don't have the capacity to change the whole world, but we can change the world of just one individual. Happy International Volunteer Day, my heroes.
Gitu. Okay, I'll continue my session. Alright. So this is the NGO, Malaysia Outreach Volunteer Experience. You can see volunteer has represented at the heart symbols. It's actually love. Okay. So we have three main pillars: knowledge, awareness, attitude, behavior, opportunity, and skill development. So the whole idea, I remember during my master's study, I did the impact of climate change toward Malaysian society, where we measure on three areas, which is awareness, characteristic, and behavior. So the measurement is actually for 700 corresponding, right? Respondent. And what happened, we divided into public sector, government sectors, and also university sectors. So I did measure on few. I cannot name the place, but when I measure, although in the government sectors and also public sector, although they are working in that particular fields, in the sense of in the climate change or environmental field, but we found out the research, the result was the awareness was quite low, right? And they don't have the knowledge even lower. Okay, so what happened actually? So here is what we came out. The whole idea, the awareness cannot be stand alone without the knowledge. So the knowledge govern and empower hold the awareness. So I give you some example. If we already know, if we throw rubbish everywhere, all the rubbish everywhere, not into the segregation dustbin, right? Later that we know it will cause where we are supposed to recycle, right? But one thing that we forgot is actually why we have to recycle, because we wanted to reduce the cost of incineration, right? That is it's a multi-billion economy, but then it will waste the government money, the country's money, right? So this is what I'm saying, that if we have the knowledge on the justification why we have to recycle, right, then it will be beautiful because we have that awareness and also the knowledge. So what happened when you have the knowledge, you will share to your friends, to your closest one, right? Then you will change your attitude and behavior, which also provide the opportunity and skill development for the person that you have shared, right? So that's the whole idea. That's the whole main pillar. So whenever we conducted our project, so these are the three pillars that it must be aligned with this. So we have 4 beneficiaries, B40 groups. We also, B40 group, I'm sure you know about the B40 group in Malaysia has been stated as those are apa kita panggil tu isi pendapatan annual salary 3,860 ringgit and below. Those are B40 group. And we also have disabled group. We have a lot of multiple disabled group in Malaysia, I mean throughout the world. And we also assist refugees. So when I say refugees, we divide it into two segments. One is natural disaster like tsunami, kan? That's what happened in Aceh and Palu. And we also have refugees in the context of conflict. So this is referring to Yemen and also the borders of Syria, like that. And we also have all of you, youth, okay, not just in Malaysia but also all over the world. So to make it like international, so we align all our project with 5 sustainability development goals, and I'm pretty sure you guys know about this SDG. There are 70 SDGs, so we took 5 of it. Zero hunger, quality education, decent work of economy growth, reduce inequality, and also climate change. Okay, and to make all this structure so that it will be easier when we present it to our collaborator of grant funder, right? So we have Move Hard, Move Education, Move Mighty, so yeah, Move Aid, Move Ramadan, and Move Korban. Okay, Alhamdulillah, until today, because of a lot of collaboration, and I will share the video later, 70 projects in Malaysia, and the rest 30% are in abroad. And Alhamdulillah, we from 2018 until 2019, we have benefited 100,000 people, not just in Cambodia, Sulawesi, Aceh, even Makkah and Madinah, and also border of Syria and Turkey. Alhamdulillah. Okay. Okay, so now let's talk about, I just want to share this. This is very important because we do have our KPI now. So now, since 2018 and 2019, this is a summarized report. We have completed 176 projects. We have benefited 4,000 recipients, and we do have thousands of volunteers, but during the event, during this prime time, only 500 are able to participate, right? So we have volunteers hours, 5,000 hours, very important to us. This is actually, I learned this KPI when we went for Volunteer Malaysia Award since 2016, right? So these are the beneficiary and causes. So I'm pretty sure that you guys wanted to know what is our direction. Okay, so the whole idea, we wanted to become a hub, reference, not just for NGO, but also for the student especially. Because I've been there, I understand that we don't have any clear reference. So that's why our focus, our objective is actually to create awareness, right? So all our awareness must be aligned with national, international, and United Nations observant days. So that's how this came out. Okay, so we have with the causes that we always touch is that, so we have a apa kita panggil soft spot with disabled group. So we have albino, autism, dwarfism, Down syndrome. I'm going to share you a video, right? This is a video from during our project with dwarfism, right? Kejap Oh, we lost it. Cancel. Okay, ready?
Selamat Hari Orang Kecil Sedunia.
Cool, huh? Okay. So another one is, I want to share, this is a collaborative project with, I'm not doing this alone, but I wanted to share, this is the video for COVID-19 first edition. We collaborated with Ikram Malaysia, and we collaborated with Pemuda Gemar, okay? And I wanted to share video, and later I have a simulation on how to handle blind people, okay? Let's see the video first.
Assalamualaikum dan salam sejahtera. Saya Syed Zainal Abidin Jamalulail, Presiden Malaysia Outreach Volunteer Experience MOVE. Kami ingin mengucapkan ribuan terima kasih di atas bantuan dana anda sepanjang Perintah Kawalan Pergerakan PKP sehingga kini. Alhamdulillah, kerana sumbangan anda, setakat ini MOVE telah membantu lebih daripada 100,000 penerima manfaat, dan bantuan ini dijayakan secara sinergi bersama rakan-rakan NGO dan aktivis di seluruh Malaysia. MOVE masih lagi membuka tajaan untuk bantuan projek COVID-19 Food Aid yang kini digabungkan bersama projek Ramadan Luar Biasa Baik 2020. Setakat ini, wilayah bantuan kebaikan MOVE adalah hampir di seluruh negeri, baik Semenanjung maupun Sabah Sarawak. Ini adalah bantuan utama yang diagihkan kepada penerima manfaat. Pelbagai golongan sasaran yang kita telah dan masih dibantu. Sejujurnya, dana semakin hari semakin berkurangan. Kadangkala kami terpaksa maklumkan kepada pemohon untuk bersabar dan bertenang. InsyaAllah kami usahakan dana. Sama-sama kita doa kepada Allah. Dan kerana itulah kami berterusan membuka platform menderma ini agar dapat memudahkan anda untuk berbuat baik dan kami membantu agihan. Bersama MOVE, mari kita membantu mereka yang memerlukan. Sumbangkan dengan apa nilai sekalipun dan yakinlah Allah akan memberikan kabar gembira buat anda sekeluarga. Dan sudah tentu, ia dapat memberi sedikit kelegaan kepada penerima manfaat. Seperti slogan kami, bersama kita, buat baik, hidup baik bersama MOVE.
I hope do you have any question ke? Sorry, so far ada question ke? Okay.
Belum lagi.
Belum lagi. Okay, good. So far so good, everyone?
So good.
Okay,
Yeah.
Alhamdulillah.
Amazing.
Amazing. Okay. Okay, I'm going to share to you guys. Before that, I nak cerita sikit on our segmentation program. Okay, sekejap Okay. Okay, I'm going to share to you. This is a very important. Okay, I learned this few years back on how to handle a blind community. Okay, here's the thing. Previously, when we dealing with orang buta, okay, they have their apa kita panggil tu, white canes. Okay, so usually what happen, I kena bangun, okay, please bear with me. Okay, so usually kan orang buta ada kayu putih kan, they call it white cane. Usually kalau kita tak ada knowledge, usually whether we tap like that ataupun kita ambil kayu dia, kita tarik dia pergi mana-mana, right? So it's actually technically wrong in the sense of, because first of all they are blind, they cannot see, and then out of nowhere somebody touch them, kalau dia melata, that will be worse, right? So kalau dia ditarik mana-mana, they just follow and very, very dangerous. So here's the thing, we call it triple E courses. So where at that time, I think back then 2018, we bring out 45 volunteers went for a triple A course. Triple A is approach, ask, assist. Again, approach, ask, assist. Maksudnya dekati, tanya dan bantu. Okay. So what we did with 45 volunteers, all kita panggil kan blinded. Dan kita bawa diorang jalan-jalan macam mana handle orang buta. Okay, so today I'm going to make a simulation to share with you guys how is it happening when we are dealing with orang buta. Okay, I do have my brother here. His name is Shukri. He's from Sandakan, Sabah. He is actually our graphic designer and also photographer. Okay, imagine Shukri is orang buta, right? So I'm the volunteer. Usually kita macam Acik nak pergi mana, right? So Shukri akan terkejut. Okay. So, but kalau kita ada ilmu, maknanya kita kena buat macam ni. Okay. So imagine tangan dekat bawah lah kan. Okay, keras tangan. So kita kita, let's say I ada ilmu, right? So I'm going to touch like this. Assalamualaikum Pak Cik. Nampak tak? Nampak tangan ni? Tengok. Gede. Okay? So ini maknanya dia tahu, orang buta tu tahu that you have the knowledge. So maknanya kita ada the knowledge of triple E courses, right? So I'm going to pretend I orang buta, Syukri adalah sukarelawan yang dah belajar the triple E courses. Okay. Sekarang Syukri serta saya. Okay? Cakap. Okay, like this kan. So I orang buta kan. So bila I tahu dia sentuh tangan I, dia sentuh. Like this. Bila I tahu dia sentuh tangan I, immediately I know dia ada knowledge. So what happened? I will immediately pegang dekat sini dan I duduk belakang dia. Right? So whenever dia bergerak, I tahu dia bergerak. Okay, adakah kita boleh buat orang buta macam, contoh minta maaf contoh macam jijik ke kan? So kita pegang saya. Okay, ini cara jijik jalan kita. So bahaya untuk orang buta tersebut, very dangerous to them, because bila you are away from the body, they do not know where are the direction that you wanted to go unless you're closing here, apa ni, kat bawah ni. Alright, so that's the best way. So what happened if we wanted to go for a narrow road, okay, so like this. So these volunteers will do like this. So I immediately will understand as a blind community to go on this side like this. So kita berjalan. And jalan terus. Thank you, Syukri. Isn't it interesting? Isn't it interesting, right? So that's how to handle orang buta. And I do hope mana tahu dekat Australia ada orang buta that you wanted to help them. That will be the appropriate ways. Okay, and of course, before I leave you guys, before I continue my presentation, imagine kita ada satu pinggan, right? Saya tunjuk kat sekarang, sekejap. Imagine ada pinggan. Imagine how we wanted to ask, how we wanted to tell orang buta how to eat, because we cannot see. And unfortunately, if somebody wanted to give benda-benda yang tak baik, such as pasir ke, bijirin-bijirin ke, and then orang buta makan, they will choke kan, very sad, right? So we have learned this in order for us to tell orang buta. Imagine this is a plate, okay? So kita akan cakap, Pakcik, pukul 12 ni ada ayam goreng. Pukul 9 ada telur. Pukul 6 ada sayur. Pukul 3, dah terbalik dah. Pukul 3 ada let's say sambal. That's how kita nak cerita kepada orang buta macam mana nak ajar makan. Okay? Cool Okay, I will continue. Nanti kita get back to the question insyaAllah. Okay? Mana? Sorry. I'm going to do a screen share. Continue balik. Okay. So again, I share tadi kan tentang 6 segmentation of our program. So this is the most important area in the sense of like when we wanted to do a project, it will be easier for us to categorize our project to under in what segmentation of program. So we have 6 segmentation. We have Move Heart, Move Education, Move Mighty, Move Aid. Aid is actually Move something like Relief, Move Ramadan, and also Move Korban. Okay, very clear kan? Okay, so this is one of the throwback kindness journey lah that we have completed before kan. Alhamdulillah, it was really a wonderful journey lah. I just want to share with you guys. Okay, so people were asking us, so how do we conduct our NPO and what are the mode of sponsorship and donation? So we have 6 kind of mode, which is we collaborated with corporate. We also definitely 90% of our donation from public. Okay, we also collaborated with Shopee and Boost. You know Shopee, right? You guys did shopping, right? Online shopping. So we are using now Shopee. They have their own charity platform. Boost also have their own charity platform. This month we've been selected again. So alhamdulillah. So donation can be done in QR code. We also went for grant provider. Inshallah, we are currently working with the National Anti-Drug, where we wanted to assist roughly about like 30 to 100 families to help their kids to become volunteers and create leadership and also other apa ni kita panggil human skills, right? Okay. And we also have social business like social enterprise kan. Nanti we will elaborate more on social enterprise insyaAllah. And yes, we do have crowdfunding, and I'm pretty sure that you guys are familiar with Go Get Funding, GoFundMe. In Malaysia, we do have that. We have kita panggil Simply Giving, Kita Fund, we have NGO Hub. Now latest we have Zen Charity from Japan, where they provide a visualizer or something like kita panggil blockchain technology. Okay, so we have two kind of sponsorship. We have monetary, very direct, people give us money, and we also have in kind. So in kind will refer to kerajaan based on that particular project, or they just wanted to give saya, I do have Pampers, can I share to you? Yes, you can. Macam that, so we will have to distribute. Okay. Understand that for the past 3 years when we've been developed, then we start to get crowd. So we have two crowd. One is volunteer, three crowd volunteers. We also have volunteer. We call it Move Relawan. We have 7 type of Move Relawan volunteers. Ada mascot, ada newbies, ada legend, ada alumni, ada celebrity relawan, a lot of sort of the things. And then we have funder. Funder ni kita panggil Move Dermawan. Okay, and then we have asnaf, the beneficiaries. Okay, please bear in mind our beneficiaries throughout all over Malaysia without prejudice to any races and political view. Okay, so then we decided to create Tabung Hati Move. Tabung Hati Move is actually an initiative lah to help beneficiaries at the moment where they needed the fund to macam emergency. So that's why the education aid, medical aid, business aid. So alhamdulillah, we will try to cater as much as we can to assist all the beneficiaries as long it will come back depend on the available fund. Okay. And how do we do that? We have our own SOP. We indicate the beneficiaries. We'll see. We requested lah or any documents, irrelevant document, because sometimes people say that if you want to give, just give. But then we also have to understand that the money is actually has been donated by the public. So we hold the responsibility to make sure it goes smoothly and yang terbaik lah, unggul kan. So we facilitate and also monitoring. Okay, alhamdulillah. So this is our new project. We call it Project Baik Hati. Project Baik Hati ni, if you read laju-laju, bunyi macam like Project Baik Hati, right? Okay. So this project we conducted like last week. Yesterday was actually the 4th edition, di mana kita pergi ke rumah kebajikan, welfare house, dan kita bawa barangan makanan, but not just simply bawa, but we definitely will ask them what do you need, then we try to cater lah, and then we bring masakan panas iaitu ketupat dan juga rendang in conjunction of the celebration of Syawal until Aidil-Adha. InsyaAllah, we collaborated with Yoke Kitchen. Okay, so I'm sharing you e-wallet, Shopee and Boost. Okay, alright. So why volunteer? Have you? Let's check out the polls first. Apa, okay? Oh, 7%. No, tak sempat. 92%, yes, I'm loving it for 11 kan? Okay, tak apa. Here's the thing. I always fikirkan macam ni tau. Kejap okay, I'm back. So macam ni. Sebenar-benarnya, adakah kita ni volunteer? Are we a volunteer? And usually when I ask students about this, or the public itself, they will tell me, Syed, sorry, I never did my volunteer kan, tak sempat nak pergi bantu orang. But the thing is, I always say that volunteerism start from home, right? So we already have our parents, that is volunteer, kan? Contoh, I ambil contoh Suraya, sorry. Contoh Suraya ask, mak dia tanya, Suraya, can you buang sampah? Suraya, can you basuh pinggan? Okay, mom. Contoh, that is volunteer. But the thing is right now ni, issue dia, when we felt that, when we are helping, when we are doing volunteer for others, itu dah jadi macam volunteer. Rasa macam, yeah, dah bantu orang. But Rasulullah SAW said, help the closest one to you. So who are the closest? Our blood and vein is families and also siblings and also saudara mara, kan? And in fact our best friend also the closest one to us. So these are the people that we need to help first, then barulah kita bantu yang lain. So come back to the question, adakah anda pernah jadi volunteer? I'm pretty sure all of you have done it. Okay, from home. Okay, so before I continue, I tengok soalan dekat. Okay, kita tengok soalan later. Anda nak tengok soalan sekarang?
Do you want to do like a few questions now and then answer a few more at the end, or do you want to continue and then answer all the questions at the end?
I have an idea. Maybe I continue first. Maybe from there tengok ada apa-apa jawapan-jawapan kat situ. Okay?
Alright, cool.
Share. Okay, ready? Okay. Why do we volunteer? Have you? Okay. We volunteer because this is one of the study in international study. 76% feel healthier, 94% improve mood, 96% sense of purpose, 78% lower the stress. Okay, so if you did your volunteers, is it good for your career? Yes, it's good. 49% uplift career and also ada strengthen the relationship and develop skills. Okay, so what is your purpose in life? Okay, when I was young, I wanted to become a doctor. The whole idea, I wanted to become a doctor, not just because of the money, the salary is good, but also at that time, I just wanted to talk nicely to the patient. Sebagai contoh kan, makcik sakit apa ni makcik? Oh makcik tahu tak, kalau makcik buat macam ni, makcik akan dapat sihat baik, kena makan ubat ni. You know the whole idea is I wanted to talk nicely to people. That's the thing I wanted to become a doctor, but then rupa-rupanya Allah have better future for me. I become a humanitarian and I managed to talk to a lot of people nicely, that as many as I want, and it was really lovely, and I met a lot of community, a lot of people throughout my life, Alhamdulillah. Okay, and during that time I study a lot about Oprah kan. Oprah kan suka macam you get a car macam tu kan, you get the house macam tu kan. I also wanted to do that but I don't have money, right? So when I did as if like macam if I have money maybe, tapi sekarang ni I buat lah macam kita bantu charity kan, it sounded like macam I also rasa diri I Oprah, lepas tu jadi macam like you got beras, you got minyak masak, you got biskut or something like that kan. Okay, mission accomplished, life achievement settled. Okay, so but then in Islam, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, khairun nasi anfahum linnas, kan? The best person is the one who benefit all human being. Maknanya orang yang memberi manusia yang baik itu adalah orang yang beri manfaat kepada manusia yang lain. And I'm pretty sure that ada benda macam sedekah, and then we share our knowledge, kan? To other people yang orang guna-gunakan, kan? Those are will benefit others. That's the most important, kan? Alright. So before that, ini adalah cerita pasal starfish. I'm not sure whether have you heard this story before. I wanted to combinekan the purpose tadi tu dengan konsep starfish ni ialah, okay, there's a story. I tell you a story. So there's one. Bayangkan at the beach lah, the beach paling dekat. Kat Australia ada beach, right? I dulu dah pergi mana? I pergi Gold Coast. So ada beach kat situ. Dia punya sandy tu very smooth kan, very seronok, macam powdery kan. So ada starfish. So this kid baling starfish ni ke dalam laut, okay, throwing back all the starfish into the ocean. And then there's one particular old guy, old man, dia cakap, adik, why you are throwing this fish into the ocean? It will take a lot of time. It will waste your time. It is definitely a time consuming. But what the kids say, I wanted to make a change. I wanted to make different for the starfish in the sense of bila dia baling starfish ni ke dalam air, dia boleh continue the life, boleh continue hidup and reproduce more. But then orang tua tu ketawa. So while that particular old man ketawa, budak ni take the starfish again, throw the starfish, and then he said to the old man, at least I make a difference for this particular starfish. Isn't it beautiful? So what is it we wanted to share about starfish ni? Kalaulah kita wanted to ubah the world and we know that we cannot do that, what if we start from small scales? Why not we help the closest one? Why not we help only one person on first dulu? Kita bantu seorang je dulu. And we will never know, even kalau dalam Islam kan kita kena buat jemaah, right? So kalau kita bantu satu orang sikit, And then lepas tu bantu lagi, it will become greater. So you are helping the world. And I know that we cannot help world in terms of like to reduce poverty, to make zero hunger throughout the world, and we can't do that. Although dah bertahun-tahun dah SDG has been created, United Nations has been created, but we still have that kind of issue. And let's see in dalam Malaysia. Dalam Malaysia we still have other street friends, homeless, right? And although government are trying their best to assist, but they are still there, and you continue ada additional people, okay? But then again, it will come back to your heart. What is your purpose? And if you want, and the best purpose is actually untuk memberi manfaat kepada orang lain. And when you beri manfaat kepada lain, adakah kita nak cari orang yang terlalu banyak? Tidak. You can start from one person pun dah lebih baik. As example, I bagi contoh. Imagine, I know Dr. Alia is here kan. So imagine kan, Dr. Alia ada kawan, tapi ada Suraya sedih hari ni, but Dr. Alia doesn't know that Suraya is feeling sad, right? So what happened? Dr. Suraya buy a Coca-Cola and put sebelah Coca-Cola and Snickers and put sebelah Suraya and say, enjoy. Again, Dr. Suraya did not know that, Dr. Alia did not know that Suraya is not in the mood. But then, because of what she gave the Snickers and Coca-Cola to Suraya feel very happy. Because why? Because somebody noticed her, somebody validated herself, kan? Ada recognition kat situ. And you did not know what are the emotional impact for Suraya, for that particular person, okay? So from now onward, I know kita takut nak bagi duit sebab nanti kita tak ada duit pula kan, sikit-sikit. But trust me, share whatever you have. Share whatever you have ni maknanya your knowledge, your duit, your harta, your food. When you cook lebih. And I'm pretty sure dan yakinlah Allah will give you berita gembira that you will never sangka-sangka kan. Macam tu, okay? So hopefully benda tu membantu, okay? InsyaAllah. From this time, for moving onward, kita cuba berubah untuk sentiasa bagi orang happy. InsyaAllah Allah akan happykan kita, okay? So I have a true story here I want to share with you guys. So this is actually the first time we develop our NGO ni. NGO ni ada 3 orang je tau. Myself and then another project coordinator. Tapi walaupun 2 orang, project coordinator, digital marketing, video editing, video posting, apa semua, kami juga yang buat. Tak apa. Biar sedikit, kalau banyak pun pening kepala kan. And we have Shukri just now, you met him, you saw him. Dia adalah graphic designer and also photographer. So here's a story about adik Adam. So if I'm not mistaken, I think it was back then July kot, if I'm not mistaken. At that time Move ni baru macam like 3 bulan macam tu lah has been developed kan. And definitely we don't have to find, right? Duit tak ada lah, sikit kan ada dalam tu, I think ada 1,000 je waktu tu. So what happened, we received a call from my friend. They said, Syed, come help adik Adam stuck in the hospital. What happened is, adik Adam dia ada penyakit hydrocephalus. Hydrocephalus ni maknanya dalam kepala dia ada air kan, hydro air, cephalus kepala. So dalam kepala ada air, so dia dihantar ke private hospital because there's one NGO, I tak tahu siapa, janji dengan dia, okay pergi hantar dekat situ, nanti kita akan bayarkan balik. Unfortunately tak bayar, right? Tak apalah, it's okay, no worries. Kadang-kadang Allah bagi ujian ni for us to become better, right? So apparently, Alhamdulillah ada ramai-ramai NGO including Move, kita dapatlah dana dia, budak tu dapat, adik Adam pun dapat keluar dan balik rumah. We went to the house to give the money lah. Okay, so what happened, so they are actually baru sahaja pindah to a new house, okay? Sebab the previous house ramai orang complain because ini adalah rumah Baiti Jannah dekat Rawang. So apparently dia adalah rumah perlindungan untuk adik-adik, anak-anak yang terbuang, anak-anak gadis-gadis luar nikah yang lahirkan bayi, OKU ada kat situ. Jadi nama puan ni, nama dia I panggil dia Mama, okay? Mama ni lah yang created this house, who registered apa semua. Tapi bila dia kena pindah, unfortunately dia tak ada rumah tu kosong lah, tak adalah tilam, tak adalah macam katil ke apa. So one of the requirement from Jabatan Kebajikan Masyarakat, the Ministry of Welfare tu ialah mesti ada katil, mesti ada a conducive house for all the kids, right? But then mama tu cerita dekat Syed, mama ni JKM dah datang rumah, kalau dalam rumah ni tak ada perabot dan juga kesesuaian untuk keselesaan untuk adik-adik ni tinggal, maka JKM will take all the kids, bawa balik ke mana-mana, ke tempat pusat mereka. And mama said, mama, I cannot lose all this because I love them so much. Syed, how can we help them? Help me. Dia cakap macam tu. And I'm like, waktu tu macam, we don't have money, macam tu kan. But then I cakap, mama, how much do you need? So she said, 9,000, 9,000. Waktu tu I'm like macam, mana ada 9,000 nak dapatkan dalam sekelip mata. Okay, pause kat situ I cakap dia, bila nak ni mama? Lagi 2 hari, JKM akan datang balik untuk tengok. I macam like, matilah, tak tahu nak dapat duit macam mana, and I don't think I can help that. But then, I cakap mama macam ni lah, let me try to share dekat social media. Bear in mind waktu tu I tak ada keyakinan yang I boleh dapat 9,000 tu. Tetapi sekurang-kurangnya I did my effort lah untuk post dekat social media, hopefully ada orang tengok. Then I pun driving balik daripada tu. Because you have to remember waktu tu dah pukul 11.40 dah malam. And lepas kita orang pergi rumah tu kan, and then macam mana nak minta duit dalam masa satu hari 9,000? Funny right? So then during my driving tu I cakap, ya Allah ya Tuhanku, I realise I tak yakin pada kuasa Allah that He can do miracles. I rasa macam sedih sama waktu tu. Even telling you guys right now ni make me feel chill. Sebab goosebump because rasa sebab, rasa sedih because like rasa macam kenapa tak yakin waktu tu kenapa aku tak ada keyakinan yang miracle can happen. Allah boleh je bagi 9,000 at that time. And then I beristighfar, I doa kat Allah, ya Allah kalau boleh tolong, kita tolonglah ya Allah, I will try my best. Then later I receive a text messages tu, nampak tu, tuan sanggup pergi beli dan lengkapkan barangan katil dalam tilam tu, saya bagi duitnya. And he texted me, dia bagi 9,000 on the spot, transfer to the account of our NGO. So here's the story. So Alhamdulillah, we managed to belikan all the perabot, all the katil, tengok tilam-tilam, all the mattress, kan, apa ni kita panggil bedding for the kids, ada Down syndrome, look they're very happy. Those are adik Adam who are also happy kan. Itu mama yang tengah duduk penat tu. Okay. Wonderful story kan. So I nak cakap kat sini, whatever you did, and especially you guys kan kat abroad, you are alone kan, yakin pada Allah. Apa-apa pun always minta pada Allah dulu before you ask favor for others, because kita takut tersilap nanti kita fikir nasib baik minta dia tolong. Sebenarnya Allah yang tolong gerakkan benda supaya terjadi. You know, whatever we are saying right now, whatever you are doing, semua Allah dah tahu dah, semua Allah yang tentukan to save you. Sometimes we felt that, macam I selalu tanya my mom lah, my mom selalu cakap, Syed Zainal, dia panggil Zainal Zainal, kalau you wanted to do your NGO ni, you doa betul-betul sebab you nak buat, trust me, ada 2 cerita. First, Allah bagi, Allah redha. Second, Allah bagi, mungkin Allah tak redha, kan? Tapi dengan doa lah kita punya senjata yang dapat mengubah, will change the faith of our life, kan? So jadi I decided to run my own NGO, and Alhamdulillah, I truly believe that Allah bagi blessing lah untuk projek ni. And I wanted to share to you guys too, why we are doing charity, why we are doing kindness to one another, buat baik hidup baik. It's actually because we are continuing the legacy of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam and sahabat-sahabatnya. Kita ni tengah memanjangkan legasi buat baik kepada orang-orang lain because Rasulullah pernah buat dulu. So it's part of sunnah. So maknanya lepas ni, if you wanted to help people, keep in your niat, ini adalah sunnah and I'm doing this for sunnah. See, dapat pahala dah satu kat situ kan. Macam itulah cerita dia yang I lalui. And of course, ini cerita kat Malaysia, I wanted to share with you guys. Alhamdulillah, Allah bagi peluang dekat saya pergi ke borders of Syria 2 kali. 2018 pergi, 2019 pergi, and this time Allah bagi peluang masuk ke dalam kamp pelarian Syria, Azaz. Okay, sharing you the photo now. Oh sorry, yakin ke? Okay. So now Memory Lanes of Syria 2019. So during this time, I decided to wear a costume. Okay, because why? Because bila kita berada di Syria, di tempat-tempat yang konflik, even natural disaster, when we wanted to make happy for the kids, mendekati kanak-kanak, approach kanak-kanak, we cannot show our emotion of sedih, because if you nak cakap sedih, mereka lagi sedih. You get what I mean? So we have to become playful, we have to become happy, so that they forgot the sengsara, the sadness that what they went through for a moment at least. Okay, so I've decided to wear pakaian kostum tu jadi beruang, and then you can see all the kiss me kan. Kalau kiss dekat Syria dia panggil boost maksudnya cium lah. And that time if I'm not mistaken they called me Bam kot, if I'm not mistaken. Bam is actually raksasa, beruang, macam tu lah, so they call me beruang. Okay je, happy je kan. So ini yang berlaku, and then now I masuk ke dalam kamp pelarian Syria. Waktu ni I merasa masakan orang Syria tu, although it's only a lentils, sebab itu makanan yang mereka ada, but it is really good. I don't know how. And in fact adalah rasa salty apa semua tu, very nice, and all the kids semua tu are ready untuk dimakan. So ada makcik ni masak lah kan. But I want to share you guys something, benda yang sedih lah Okay, saya berada di kawasan ini. This is a mother who are actually tengah cooking all the lentils, right? So if you can see now, she tried to grab something from the ground, kan? So what she is actually doing, kan? Apparently, rupa-rupanya, because tak ada kayu api, susah nak cari, because during winter sometimes hujan dekat sana and become banjir, it becomes slut. Jadi kalau kayu-kayu pun apa jadi, because it's like padang jarak kan, it's a desert, right? And then although is still in the kawasan kita panggil ni, it's protected by borders of Turkey, okay, but then it's still kawasan lapang. So apparently apa yang mereka buat ialah, in order to light the fire, they ambil baju-baju mereka, right? Ataupun they took plastics, they took anything that can be burned just to ignite the fire. It was really sad. It was really sad because they don't have anything. They use diorang punya baju sendiri, although it's actually winter, kan? But for the sake of the kids, the father bagi baju untuk dibakar, untuk masak for the families. It was really, really sad lah actually to me. In fact, every time I nak cerita ni je, I always choke out lah because rasa sedih. Okay? Kita doa yang terbaik untuk mereka. InsyaAllah kita bantu lagi. Okay? Okay, so is it hard to do charity? Charity can be done. Sebenarnya charity project can be done even one person pun. Tapi dalam Islam kan buat jemaah. So that's why teamwork. Kan? Okay. So apparently today is 4th of July. It's actually an International Day of Cooperative. Okay, by United Nations. So maksudnya hari untuk bekerja sama satu dunia. Kan, so wonderful kan. Kebetulan pula my topik buat baik hidup baik ni. So antaranya charity project kena buat teamwork. Okay, so this teamwork adalah sebenarnya macam ni. Even though we don't have money, maksudnya kita tak raise fund, adakah kita masih lagi boleh buat? Yes, we can. In the sense of when it comes to charity project, it doesn't mean that we must use money, but sometimes emotional value pun dah sangat baik dah. In this contoh example, you create a group dalam 5 orang ke, pergi ke rumah anak yatim, pergi ke disabled community, pergi helping the homeless. I'm sure Australia ada kan bagi makan macam tu kan. Pergi, perlukan duit ke? Tak perlu sangat kan, unless untuk tiket-tiket basah. And then you pun bantu mereka, main dengan mereka, play with them, create a LDK, a group project with them. That is actually also a charity project. Kan? It's wonderful. It's easier sebenarnya. And it doesn't mean that if you wanted to do a charity project, you must have an organization. Kan? You can actually do with between your families, between your best friends. So what we did with our volunteers, when we went for a traveling kan, kita pergi bercuti hari tu, pergi bercuti kat Kuantan and also Kelantan, Barosso, we take the opportunity untuk pergi melawat juga rumah kebajikan dan keluarga asnaf kat sana. So means that moving forward, what you can do is when you pergi berjalan-jalan dengan kawan-kawan, also cari juga rumah kebajikan kat situ and be part of it, bantu mereka beli makan, main dengan anak-anak tu. You can just a simple phone call, betul tak kan? Macam tu lah ceritanya, right? So I almost done, tapi I nak share to you sebelum kita jawab soalan. Know you and know them. Maksudnya kat sini, do you know who you are? That's a big question kan. Of course kita akan kata, of course I know who I am, right? Tapi kalau kita tengok teori iceberg kan selalu kita tengok kan. Puncak tu lah yang kita tahu pasal diri kita. But the rest yang bawah iceberg lagi besar tu, we will never know. And yet, in fact, although I am 33 years old, I'm still tengah digging lagi, what is myself? Apa kena dengan diri ni? What are the things that I haven't explored? So this is one of the game yang I created lah. I study dengan my friend kan. Namanya adalah metaphysics. So if you know about this, it's a very cool ways to understand your character. Okay, so this is my birthday, 7 January 1987. So campurkan semua nombor tersebut. When you campur, you only get one digit only, okay? Nanti you buat tau, okay? So now I dapat nombor 6. So nombor 6 tu apa? So there are 4 elements. I'll share to you guys now. Logam metal, air water, api fire and kayu wood. So I already provide link kat situ bit.ly. Apa tu nama dia? Apa saya tulis lupa dah. Tentang diri saya kan. You guys boleh tengok kat situ nanti, take time ataupun nanti I share dekat chat room. So you guys can understand better about yourself and also your friends. Okay, why is this important? Because when we wanted to do a teamwork, we must understand what are the strengths, what are the weakness and how to deal with each and individual around us, okay? I'm pretty sure when you understand this this character kan, then it will make you feel better in the sense of you know how to approach. You can sense the vibe, you can sense the aura, whether this person are joyful, whether this person cannot be playful, when this person is very structured, very organized ataupun easy going, or they like to apa kita panggil put under limelight kan. So it was a very wonderful ni lah kalau you cari group you untuk buat assignment kan, do this, trust me. Okay, if last but not least, okay, ini adalah apa ya, what do you guys see this? I'm pretty sure you guys nampak dot hitam, betul, right? I'm pretty sure semua dapat dot hitam, but the thing is right now, this is my mother always cerita dekat me, Zainal, please understand the black dot theory. Black dot theory ni apa? Okay. So dalam satu kertas putih, kita akan nampak satu titik hitam. Then it will be really obvious, visible kan? But then again, bila kita tumpu pada satu titik hitam tu, a metaphor of negativity, we tend to forget the surrounding of positivity around us. That is very dangerous. So I bagi contoh ni kenapa, sometimes when we have a conflict with one person kan, conflict tu because contohlah kan, termakan sandwich dalam peti ais ke sebagai contoh, dan kita rasa sedih, it's mine, kenapa kau makan, contoh, right? So but then again, dah terlupa dah yang dulu dia bantu assignment, yang dulu dia bantu bawa kereta jalan pergi klinik bersama kita, dah terlupa. Because why? Kita tertumpu pada satu titik dot negativity tu. So with this tema buat baik hidup baik, please do kindness and always remember when you rasa macam negatif tu siapa-siapa, to any situation, try to tengok area luar yang baik tersebut. Contoh kalau dalam situasi kan, hey, kenapa hari ni patutnya exam tapi tiba-tiba tak exam, sebagai contoh kan. Cuba lihat benda yang positifnya daripada area tersebut. But then maybe examination punya contoh tu maybe not nice lah kan, because you guys mestilah memang lagi suka exam, tak ada kan? I'm not sure, I know. So anyway, the whole idea, we have to be husnuzon, but bila husnuzon pun, husnuzon yang berjaga-jaga, bukannya terlalu baik sangat sampai mengenepikan the danger. Tu pun kena understand juga. Danger is still danger. You can, as a human, Allah bagi kita instinct, the guts to tell you whether to go to right or to the left. Kan? So insyaAllah, saya doakan Allah akan bagi kemudahan untuk semua. Do you have any questions? Okay, mari kita tengok question. Suraya, I'm ready.
Yeah, Q&A session. Wow, okay. So many questions that are very interesting. So to start it off, I guess the most interesting question was, how do you approach other NGOs and sell your idea for them to collaborate with you?
Okay. Next question. Okay. Usually, when we conducted our project, we first mestilah memahami apa kita nak. Alright, so what is the direction of the project? What is the interest that you wanted to collaborate dengan that particular person? Before that, we already study lah dia punya background apa semua kan. So how do I do that? Usually kita akan cari orang, contohlah last time kita collaborate dengan orang Kerdil sebagai contoh. So what we did, we study pasal background dia, dah berapa tahun establish, dah berapa collaboration dia buat yang has been posted dekat Google. Sometimes kan ada news kan kat situ, dan kita study. Then I pun pergi jumpa mereka dan I cakap, Tuan, I wanted to collaborate a project. This is actually an awareness project sebab MOVE ni buat project awareness, and bila MOVE buat project, it must be interactive, it must be fun as much as we can. So what we did, you already saw the video tadi tu, we cakap kat dia, kita nak buat project Hari Orang Kerdil Sedunia. Saya pergi meeting lah dengan mereka, tapi kita nak buat konsep ada talk supaya sukarelawan faham what are the do and don'ts and what are the challenges yang dwarfism lalui in Malaysia. Okay, then dia kata okay, on waktu tu. And then not just that, takkanlah dengar talk saja mestilah sukarelawan tak happy kan. So what we did, we collaborated dengan Tiny Forest yang Yuna Zarai punya tu, then kita buat terrarium. Jadi maknanya kenapa buat terrarium tak pasal-pasal ni? Because we wanted to represent a tiny world. Nama projek pun Project Tiny World. Kita buat terrarium to represent a small world in conjunction of World Dwarfism Day. And in fact, that was the first time diorang celebrated the Hari Orang Kerdil Sedunia for what they have been established for 30 years. So maknanya apa? Kewujudan MOVE berjaya. Awareness achieved.
Yes.
Itulah.
Yeah, wow. Then, I guess with all the charity movements that you do, what is the main way you guys like acquire funding for all of your programs?
Okay. First, apa yang saya buat ialah we started to create persona. Okay, what kind of persona? Persona ni maknanya throughout our social media, our profile, posted a lot of charity project. Why? Because technically, psychologically, kita nak orang ingat saya, ingat charity. Macam tu. Ingat orang buta, teringat saya pernah buat. That's the whole idea. Okay, so because the whole idea we wanted to become a center reference of, especially for students, youngsters. Kalau katalah diorang nak buat projek, saya macam mana nak buat projek orang warga emas sebagai contoh, we know, we already done it. Macam tu kan. So I would say that 90% of our fund adalah daripada public and 10% daripada corporate, government, and also daripada e-wallet. Macam tu.
Interesting. So what's your advice if like someone wanted to start up their own charity project, you know, like just starting out, what would your advice be?
Okay, I remember this. Dulu orang selalu cakap kan, bila you nak buat charity project or whatever you wanted to do, what is your niat at the first place? That's why kita tackle purpose tadi tu kan. Nak tahu niat nak buat ni, is it for you atau for the beneficiaries. So by right, kita nak cari dua-dua impact lah. So impact pada kita, we get the knowledge, we got the ways, kita akan tackle what are the gerak kerja untuk menguruskan sesuatu projek, dan juga we will get an additional value bila kita assisting others. So in what sense? Maknanya, bila you nak create a project, you have to start, macam saya ada issue on micromanage, right? So maknanya saya suka detailing tu saya suka. Maknanya kalau lah my team kan, I tanya my team suruh call rumah-rumah kebajikan. Bila you call, I akan tanya, so how many orang dalam tu? Nanti dia cakap lah 50 Syed. Oh okay, 50 lelaki ke perempuan? How many? Then dia akan macam 50 tak tahu, lelaki berapa? Okay, tak apalah. Then I will ask them, in future apabila kita tanya sesuatu soalan, go deeper insyaAllah kan. Ini based on my pengalaman maknanya kalau saya pun tengah berusaha untuk improve juga, in the sense of bila you tahu dalam rumah itu ada 50 orang, you have to understand 50 orang tu pecah lelaki dan perempuan berapa. Kenapa? Because sometimes when we are doing games atau kita bagi hadiah, it will depends on the gender. Okay? Nampak tak kat situ? Takkan kita nak bagi makeup punya dekat lelaki sebagai contoh, walaupun tak ada masalah kan, satu. And then I always ask them, bila you dah tahu lelaki perempuan, now go deeper, what are the julat average of age? Right? So supaya bila kita wanted to run a project, kita tahu it may suit with that. with dia orang punya umur. Macam tu. Memasak ke, buat kek ke, tapi kita tahu umur dia orang macam mana. Gitulah. That's how we do it. And then of course, I love to collaborate with a lot of people because sometimes bila collaborate ni kita tahu, kita study kerjanya macam mana. Kan, macam saya suka juga study collaborate dengan the new NGO because sometimes diorang tak ada dana tapi they have the expertise. So let's collaborate, bantu sama-sama, we try to get ni because kita dah establish sikit. Macam tu kan. Macam tu lah lebih kurang. I would say that if you wanted to do project, try to cari dulu, study kenapa you nak buat and how can that study tu, I mean the apa kita panggil the
research that you
finding, kan? The finding tu dapat beri impact to you and the solution pun dapat beri impact kepada penerima manfaat tersebut. Macam itulah.
Yeah, interesting. Yeah, so basically like just understanding who you want to help, isn't it? Like you really need to understand kan. There was also another question, like, you mentioned that you always went to visit a lot of beneficiary places that you potentially want to help. But what's your main way of like collecting the databases of your potential beneficiaries?
Okay, good question. Okay, macam ni I wanted to say this tapi dia maybe sounded like slightly harsh, but then you guys need to understand. Contoh kenapa apabila kita ada dua jenis kategori beneficiaries. One, mereka memang betul-betul miskin. Okay. Second, they choose to be miskin. That is totally different Maknanya if they choose to be miskin, maknanya they can actually change their life, tetapi because they feel comfortable when people datang rumah bagi duit, bagi barang. Okay, I tell you what, macam Syed, Allah dah bagi satu hunch dah. Sometimes we went to the house kan, kita pergi hantar barang kan, then bila balik dalam kereta, I will tell my friend, I will ask my team lah, how do you feel tadi di rumah tu? Nanti diorang cakap, macam something fishy kan, macam tu kan. And then I also fikir yang sama. I dapat that kind of feeling because come on, when we do our research, we are not just interview the mother, we also interview the anak-anak, we also interview the bapa because kita nak tengok cerita tu tally tak. Ada kesinambungan tak? That's how we do our research lah. But then again, in the end of the story, sometimes I tengok by heart lah, by guts lah kita tengok kan. Kadang-kadang contoh lah I would prefer to help penerima manfaat kita yang macam saya sekarang ni akak dah dapat kerja dengan gaji RM50 tapi duit makan tak cukup lagi nak cover untuk pendidikan anak akak sebagai contoh. That one I would love to help because diorang yang pergi usaha cari kerja juga because bukan hanya tunggu je duit sampai. Macam tu kan. Again I would say that benda ni is not one day punya konsep. It's actually so many years I study benda ni, perasaan lalui. Although sometimes I pun terkena juga, kena scam juga, masih lagi. Sometimes I juga salah make a judgement. Okay, that's why kita seronok buat dengan rakan-rakan supaya kita dapat feedback. So value every feedback.
Yeah. This is one question that is, I remember talking to you about it and you said there are a lot of NGOs that are basically somehow doing the same thing as you, right? So and that's one of the reasons that some NGOs lack funding because it can't be equally dispersed to all NGOs. And so so how do you feel about other NGOs that have the same objective and doing the same thing as you guys?
Okay. Dekat Malaysia ni, I think Selangor dan KL je, there are more than 1,000 NGOs. Okay, has been registered. So NGOs pun ada pelbagai. Ada NGO under ROS, Registrar of Society. They also ROY, Registrar of Youth under KBS, Ministry of Youth. And then they also have under SSM, Yayasan, the foundation. Okay, so what macam ni Dulu, I remember there's one, ada beberapa orang yang, Syed, kenapa nak buat NGO lagi ni? Kan dah banyak NGO kat Malaysia. Betul, memang betul. Tetapi sebenarnya, the community forgot that every NGO, correct, have their own purpose. Kita ambil macam ni, generally semua purpose nak bantu orang. Generally semua nak bagi makan. Generally semua nak bagi bantuan bayi, kit bayi. Tetapi apa yang kita forget ialah the funder and also the beneficiaries have a different circles. Right? If I stay in Ampang, I wanted to create NGO here because I wanted to assist the nearest to me, Ampang. Since you are NGO dekat Puchong, how you nak hantar kat sini? Contoh, okay? That's why setiap state ada NGO dia sendiri because lagi banyak NGO, hopefully we can help the government and also others agency like Zakat to pinpoint who are the beneficiaries yang who actually needed the help. Macam tu.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, so it's like more help. You can never have enough help, isn't it? Yeah.
Betul.
There's this another question here that says that you know how a lot of NGOs are powered by the passion of just a few individuals, and once the individual gets busy or they lose passion, burn out, or like they are moving on to the next stage in their life, what is the I guess Move's sustainability strategy to make sure that Move can still exist and be effective and relevant once maybe you've passed on the baton? Yeah.
Okay. So what we did, setakat ni we have, okay, tadi kita ada 7 kategori of volunteers, right? Antaranya we have newbies ni maksudnya yang baru pertama kali datang, and then we have alumni maknanya last project dia pernah datang, and we also have legend ni maknanya they already understand me, they already understand the project, and bila dia datang, even without register pun dia datang, they already know what to do. Example kan, ada Kak Tipah lah, my very closest lah, ada Izzat, Syafiq, diorang macam dah, bila datang to my event, Syed, I handle bagian makanan, okay? Because they already know. So lagi, Syed, I balut ayam dan juga telur, they already know. So we are trying to empower them, and also, in fact, to recognize, to validate how diorang punya effort untuk bantu kita, because they are closest to me since 2016. Right? Alhamdulillah. So until even I created my own NGO pun they are still closest to me because maknanya it's not about the NGO, it's about the heart tu kan, sama-sama kongsi hati yang sama. So in fact kita orang sponsor mereka half price untuk pergi ke Syria, untuk pergi ke Palu, Sulawesi, untuk ke Aceh and Cambodia kita sponsor because why? To validate that we aware that you are always help us and here's the way kita nak bagi hadiah dekat you lah, macam tu. In fact currently Syed juga sedang berusaha untuk dapatkan a new staff insyaAllah kan, because I'm pretty sure that sekarang ni terlalu banyak projek yang tengah berjalan and kami 3 orang saja yang gerakkan. Macam Syed jaga, kalau in terms of funding semua, Syed jaga private sectors, corporate. My team Ayuh ni dia akan jaga government sectors. Okay, but at the same time within that government pun, within that private pun, kecil-kecil punya projek pun kita juga yang gerakkan semua. Tetapi sukarelawan will come into the frame picture apabila during the execution of the event, diorang yang run kan, sebab kita dah bagi. So how do we communicate with them? Kita akan bagi communication pack. Macam saya, I'm orang visual. You can see my slide lah, I adalah orang visual kan. So maknanya dalam visual tu diorang dah tahu dah. Saya this project perlukan 10 orang sukarelawan jaga makan, 5 orang akan bantu storage untuk repacking, macam tu lah. Jadi that's how we ni lah. And kita sekarang sedang berusaha lagi untuk mendekati sukarelawan, but as far we are concerned, in fact because of the collaboration ni, because of the heart to heart moment kan, because you need to understand tau, saya bersama dengan sukarelawan, we did not layan mereka seperti orang besar dengan orang kecil-kecil. Tak ada. Kita layan mereka like a siblings. Kita layan mereka macam adik-beradik. That is how our bonding tu sangat close. In fact, I have to tell you guys, kita kadang-kadang dah tak panggil by names dah. Kita panggil, hi love, macam tu tau. Laki ke perempuan ke, dah jadi macam tu dah. Because they understand the value tu. One thing for sure, Alhamdulillah, they choose the right direction to become a volunteer rather than they choose the different lanes jadi buat maksiat pula. Kan? And understand juga sebenar-benarnya the beneficiaries yang kita nak bantu is actually our volunteers. Those are emotionally vulnerable when it comes to continue the life ni kan. Likelihood kita kan mencabar kan life ni kan, especially ada yang tak mature lagi, mungkin ada yang dah 30 dah mature, tak mature lagi kan. So a lot of question, and sometimes diorang juga duduk dalam keluarga yang pelbagai. They've been growing dalam keluarga yang divorcee kan, ataupun bergaduh-gaduh, marah. Jadi diorang juga ada cabaran mental. So we came into the picture, sukarelawan datang rumah move. We have a rumah move dekat Ampang ya. Datang kat sini, saya masak, and then diorang bercerita apa masalah kerja lah. Sometimes in fact assignment pun minta advice saya. Sometimes buat resume pun minta advice. Saya kata okay, tak apa, as long you berjaya, I'll be happy. After all, when you berjaya, you can donate. I cakap macam tu kan. Something like that.
Yes. So it's like family now, and people really
Yeah,
understand what we need. I guess because like we have gone a bit over, but we'll do the last question if that's all right.
Sorry,
One last
okay.
question. So, do you think that maybe going into higher education, like university and all that, is very important to be able to do the things that you do?
Very, very important. Tahniah to those people yang continue your study regardless where you are. Kenapa ya? Saya memahami konsep study ni, it will reflect on your decision making. It will reflect on your judgment nanti whatever you are doing. Okay? Dulu waktu saya dapat melihat waktu dulu saya study, lepas saya belajar degree, I continue kerja and then I did my master. And then what happened, I realised apabila ada students yang daripada degree terus buat master, the judgment is different. Kan, the PR is different, the people skill, human skills, communication skills semua berbeza. Macam tu. So but in fact but the point is kena belajar because it will govern your mindset ni, it will narrow down your perspective untuk have a clear view when it comes to decision making. Yeah.
Thank you very much. That's very, very valuable sharing today. So I guess wrap up. Yeah, there was a lot that I've learned today from you. Thank you very much, Syed. Yeah, and from Ikram Oz, I guess we all say very much thank you. Big thanks for joining us today and sharing. Yeah, I guess we will, inshallah, end the session today.
Saya nak ucapkan thank you so much kepada Ikram Australia, Ikram Malaysia juga, and whenever you wanted to join our volunteer, bagi tahu, kita boleh tengok dekat Be Kind Move, nanti kita share kan, ada share kan Be Kind Move, dan insyaAllah saya nak akhiri perjumpaan kita ni. Thank you so much. This is my I think second international talk. I'm so happy. Dulu nak buat TEDx talk, tak berjaya kan, so ni dah dapat, Alhamdulillah. And I would like to leave you guys with satu doa. Ini adalah surah Insyirah. Setiap kali lepas solat fardu, doa ni, surah Insyirah ni baca 7 kali. Trust me, banyak miracle yang Allah bagi yang you tak sangka-sangka. Kita baca sesama ya. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alam nashrah laka sadrak wa wada'na anka wizrak alladhi anqadha zahrak wa rafa'na laka dhikrak fa inna ma'al usri yusra inna ma'al usri yusra fa idza faragta fansab wa ila rabbika farghab. Amin. Wah, I love you guys.
Thank you so much. That was a great session. Thank you so much, Brother Syed. Inshallah. Thank you. Assalamualaikum, everyone.
Assalamualaikum. Bye.